Welcome to Unruly 3, father of 3 unruly kids.
I'm not really.
For Christmas, my wife wanted me to make a recipe box. So I got this walnut from my local lumber shop, and I cut it up into some pieces trying to get it here close to size. Ran it through the planer, run it like that. It tries to cut down on snipe a little bit. I don't get snipe too bad with this planer. It does a pretty good job, but if I put them next to side by side like that, it seems to cut down even more. And then I'm going to go ahead and cut my 45s here. And when I cut the 45s on this, then I can set them up side by side to each other to make sure that I got them the exact same length. And then I need to make the sides now that they have the front and back done. And then I'm going to take them over to the table saw, and I'm just going to run a little groove down along the bottom. This is going to accept the top and the bottom of the box. And I got some pretty special wood for this. This is from a woodworker up the road from me who went out of business, and he was saving some pieces of wood. And I know how that is. I have wood all over my garage that I think I'm saving for a project that I never end up using. So I went ahead and I thought, I know he saved this for a long time, but I'm going to go ahead and use it. So I'm going to use this for the top and the bottom and to line the inside of this box. So it's amazing curl on that wall, on that maple. And then I just do a little test fit here to make sure that everything fit together nice. And I got a good box. So I'm going to sand the whole inside of the box just to make things a little bit easier later. And after I thought about this, I was like, why am I sanding the inside of this box if I'm going to put liner on the inside? So I only sanded the first couple grits up to about 100, and then I thought, I better stop there so my sandpaper, it doesn't get too smooth. And then I'm using the tape trick to put my box together. Now, when I started putting this together, I did put glue on the inside of these, and I probably shouldn't have. I should have let them float. But I don't think that they're going to be too. There's not going to be too much movement with those thin pieces of wood. So this box is actually inspired by a box that I saw online by Get Hands Dirty, and he has a YouTube channel. He was a pretty young kid when he had first started out, seems like, and he made some pretty incredible things. And one of the boxes that he made kind of had this design to it, and I thought, I'm going to give it a shot. So I'm lining this box with this beautiful maple, but at the same time I wanted to emphasize the maple, and I didn't want it just to be hidden inside the box. And I thought that this guy's idea was pretty clever. You'll see what I mean in a little bit once I kind of get this going. So I kept the tape on here when I cut off the top so that I didn't have any blowout anywhere. I probably should have cut this a little bit further down to make a little bit more of a lip on the inside to catch for the lid. And then this last cut here, you want to hold it as much as you can. Some people put spacers in there, but I just hold it as much as I can so that it doesn't come apart, and then just separate it before you pull it back. I probably should have shut the saw off before I even pulled it back. And then now I'm going to take and make my liner for the inside, and I'm just cutting them to width. Then gotta be really careful here and try to creep up onto the measurements. Check it each time, see if it fits. If it doesn't, shave off a little bit more until you get that nice perfect fit on the inside of that box. Now, like I said, I did sand the inside of that box, but now that I'm lining it, So I did take these maple pieces over and sand the inside of those so that they were nice and smooth. And notice how much higher those stick out over the top of the top of that box. So when you put the lid on, I wanted to be able to see the maple that's inside of there peeking out, and you definitely can. And then I just put a rubber band around the top there to kind of hold it together. Then I got my spline jig that I made. And I just went all the way around. I kept the tape on once again because I thought there's no reason to take it off if I'm doing this, and then I can do my minimize any kind of blowout that I might have. Set the spline jig for the other side. And then I'm going to do the lid. Using that little block to help push it over. And then here I should have not done this so much. I should have removed the tape here. The tape did keep the glue mess down, but there was a little bit of tape that was maybe stuck in between from the cutting. So I don't know if I should have removed the tape now or kept it on. Keeping it on, some of the tape got stuck in there and I had to kind of dig it out a little bit, or have more sanding to clean up all the glue. It's kind of a pick your poison type of deal on that one. Like there on that piece there, you can definitely see that there was a little bit of tape that was stuck on there and I just didn't notice it, just paid attention enough. Then I take it over to the bandsaw and cut off all my edges, all my extra, not right up to it, I didn't want to have any saw marks, but I cut kind of close. Then I went ahead and removed the tape, sanded it up good, and I'm going to put in my finish. This is that deft wood finish, and once you get it onto the top, you can really see how beautiful that maple is. So I wasn't exactly sure why my wife wanted me to make a recipe box. I had originally thought maybe I would just fill this with like phone numbers for different fast food restaurants, you know, like Five Guys, maybe Olive Garden phone number, menus for different places. I was going to go around and get a whole bunch of menus from a whole bunch of different places and just put them in there. And ultimately, my wife ended up buying some really nice different. There's a local shop close to us was doing a Christmas thing. Had some really nice note cards, some cards for this recipe book cards. And I printed out a recipe for toast over there, how to make toast, and I made one of the recipes to match that, and I put it inside there. I don't know if they've seen it yet, but it was hidden in between all the other recipe cards. So if she hasn't gone through and made any recipes, it's hidden in there. So if you guys are wondering how to make really good toast, I'm going to share the recipe with you really quick. So you might want to pause. It does say to take a piece of bread in your right or left hand. It was funny. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Please give me a like and a subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. Have a great day.